Hello, welcome back to the Days Snow podcast. Just like CM Punk, we're back. We're better than, well, I don't know, CM Punk's better than ever, but we're sure as hell back.
Yeah.
That's a lot more than some people can say, Bret Hart. Because,
I am an early shot.
I am the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be. Because I am the Forever Champ, and the Forever Champ's Summer World Tour is continuing all across the U.S., the eastern seaboard. I'm going down to Indianapolis, Santa Claus, Boston, D.C., all over this fine nation of ours. I about made a joke that would have got us in some very deep water, and that is also pertaining to the joke.
Second time. You're going to have to tell us later.
So, with me as always, Cliff, Eli, and I'm going to remember to say this before we get further into
do it at the beginning.
The episode. It's nearing the end now. It's the 24th. I've been saying it every episode, but I've always said it at the end. Happy Pride Month. Happy Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. I was going to try and take a more sentimental, genuine tone into this episode. So I'm going to go ahead and get that out of the way now. That way we can have the energy throughout the rest of the episode. It can be a high all the way through. Since I'm saying this now, I'll pretty much rehash everything I have been saying at the end because no one listens that far anyway. Trust me, I look at the analytics. I see that you guys don't listen. Not very cash money of you, but what am I going to do? Just make sure you love yourselves, love each other, especially anyone in the LGBTQ plus community. It can be very tough sometimes, especially in the world we live in today. We're more accepting than ever, but those who aren't accepting are also very not accepting and very not cool. So, and to tie this in with Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, make sure you love who you want to love. Love yourself, most of all. If you're in that dark place right now and you don't see the proverbial light at the end of the tunnel, because I've also been in that place before. If you would have asked me 3-ish years ago, what I would be doing in 2 years, I would not say having a podcast or working a job that I'm currently going to college for or traveling to a bigger city to do, and also being proud of what I do and being proud of myself. And that all comes with the mental health awareness and realizing all of that. And the first step always starts with yourself. So whether you need that help, whether you need to take time for yourself, whether it is just self-reflecting on things that might have caused you trauma or anything like that, please make sure you are doing those to ensure things do get better, because they do get better. I would have told you 2 years ago that things don't get better. Life sucks. As a great Vince McMahon once said, life's a bitch and then you die. I was kind of living by that a couple, 3 years ago. And now life is completely different. Life's turned around. So be patient with yourself. Be proud of yourself. Take care of yourselves. Because no one's going to love you if you don't love yourself. There was a saying that I heard a while ago, and I've been looking for a proper way to use it, and I think now's as appropriate of time as any. A man lives one life but can die a million deaths, and you can interpret that as you may. And that's just not limited to men. It meant man in general. People can live one life but die many deaths. And these are proverbial deaths, obviously. Like, maybe you lose yourself along the way. Maybe you lose a little piece of yourself. Maybe you lose that little inner child. And that's just a small death along the way. But all in all, these are just bumps along the road to healing and getting better. So make sure you are seeking that help if you do choose so, or helping yourself by self-reflection and all that. To everyone in both communities, the ones that might be dealing with mental health as well as the LGBTQIA plus community. All three of us here at the Ace One Podcast support you fully in your endeavors and whatever you may wish to do in your life. We wish you the best. We wish you much love, much prosperity, and much success in your future. Hopefully one day you'll be as successful as the forever champ here. But no, really. We love every single one of you. And we really appreciate those of you taking your time out of the day to listen to us and so on and so forth. I could sit here and ramble for an hour and a half about how much this truly means to us. But I figured I'd go ahead and get this out of the way now. That way I don't do it later and no one's listening. So, yeah. Moral of the story, everyone's human. Love each other. Love yourself. That's it.
There's only one group of people that at least I don't support, and that's Cubs fans. But other than that, support everybody.
Fuck the Reds.
That's valid. Better say, Eli, you got anything to add?
Just fuck the Reds on the Cubs part.
Hey, you can say fuck the Reds all you want, but god damn, they made a comeback. Oh my goodness. Ellie hit for the cycle tonight.
So damn hot.
Ellie hit for the cycle. They might be the hottest team in the entirety of the MLB right now.
I will give respect where respect is due. And they have done phenomenal. The past 12 games, absolutely phenomenal. 12-game win streak. There was a cycle tonight. Great. Perfect. I need the Yankees and the Phillies to stop trading off 10 and 9 game back. Because we are now, I think, 10 games back, and you guys are now 9 games back.
I would also like that, but at the same time, I'm not getting my hopes up. I am not getting my hopes up. Just like you guys should not be getting your hopes up for the Ace in the Bank, which is the main meat of today's episode. It's the long-awaited Ace in the Bank episode. Yeah. Where we will compete for our version of the Money in the Bank, which can be cashed in on any time, any place, anywhere, any episode, on any card that the person holding the bank chooses.
But, before we get into that, there was something that happened today that we need to get into, because once again, we are tied up with the Contenders Cup. So now we both
done real good.
I won by 1. It was 2-1. I won by 1.
Well, it's just because the people I picked to win didn't even show up.
I won by a technicality.
That's tough.
I mean, it's the world of indie wrestling, I guess.
I got to tell you, the drama here in the Contenders Cup is palpable. It is insane that you guys somehow keep doing this, and honestly, this is all I expected. I expected it to be a tie until the very end when someone has to win. And then when it comes to that card, you guys will probably tie again to where we have to break the tie with some type of fucking guess the wrestler or some shit. So I'm not holding my breath at all.
I don't know.
But that is your weekly update on the Contenders Cup. It is now tied once again between Cliff and Eli. And instead of having a separate card this week, the Contenders Cup will also be contended for at Money in the Bank, WWE's Money in the Bank. We aren't doing Forbidden Door because we have to record this before Forbidden Door. It comes out after Forbidden Door, but we have to record it before Forbidden Door. So, that's what makes it hard to do predictions for Sunday events. Because if we were going to do predictions for Forbidden Door, we would have had to do them last week when we didn't have half the card.
When we had 4 matches, and now there's 10.
Yeah. So that's why we will cover Forbidden Door in our recap episode next week, as well as the Money in the Bank recap, as well as if there is any ties. I'm going to preface this before we go into the predictions. If there are any ties, a three-way tie will be broken by a single card prediction of a random card that all three of us agree on. Or if it's just a tie between two people, they will have to endure a trivia game. So, with that being said, the card for Money in the Bank goes like this. You've got Cody Rhodes versus Dominic Mysterio. You've got Seth versus Finn Balor for the WWE World Heavyweight. I guess it's not WWE. It's just World Heavyweight Championship. Because WWE World Heavyweight Championship would be another title. Then you have the Bloodline Civil War match with Roman and Solo Sikoa facing each other. Not facing each other. Roman and Solo Sikoa versus the Usos. Sorry. It is late. It's like 4 a.m. I got my sleep schedule finally fixed, and then these two decided, why don't we just record at 4 a.m? You know, it's not like the Champ's got to get beauty sleep. You know, I just don't look this good. I gotta fucking prepare. And like you have any room, your bald-headed ass.
Yeah, I own up to that. Your point is, I get called on a daily basis, bald on a daily basis at work. This is a daily for me. I look in the mirror and see that and make fun of myself.
I'm surprised you can't even look in the mirror and see because of the glare isn't too much.
Nah, I crack it every single time I look at it.
I'm surprised the glare doesn't... It's like a magnifying glass. I'm surprised the rays don't shoot off and like burn your forehead.
Nah, I do that to the ants I see on the sidewalk.
Yeah, you probably have, like, people that drive by you probably have to, like, put down their sunshades. That way they can see the road.
I like how you're trying to hit me or something, and I am destroying myself instead.
I'm not trying to hit you. I'm just having fun. Cliff, you need to shave.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. That one's...
That one's what? You're just going to not follow that up? You
Nope.
want to lose all train of thought? Okay. Well, anyway, the Bloodline Civil War match is the Usos versus Roman and Solo Sikoa. After that, you've got the women's Money in the Bank, which comprises of Zelina Vega, Becky Lynch, Zoe Stark, Bayley, Io Sky, and Trish Stratus. Then the men's Money in the Bank, you got Ricochet, Shinsuke Nakamura, Santos Escobar, Butch, Damian Priest, Logan Paul, and L.A. Knight. Yeah. Which I'm guessing you can already predict what we all are going to predict for that match, but I guess you gotta stick around and find out. I'm sure one of these goobers will try to pull some type of fast bullshit or something. And that's all it is for Money in the Bank. They're taking the more, like, less matches, higher quality approach, which I feel like a lot of people are enjoying more. But yeah, I mean, without any further ado, unless you guys have something to add, we can go ahead and hop right into these predictions. Unless you guys want to discuss the GCW card or any of that.
No.
I mean, I don't really know. It's not the same card we predicted. There were matches that got dropped off, matches that added on. So, in reality, we only had like 4 matches that actually ended up on the card that we had predicted.
All I know is that the 2 women that I really like in GCW ended up winning, so it's all gravy for me. Sawyer and Reno both won, so I can't be upset. Eli, you got anything to add? You've been quiet over there.
I was expecting a very competitive Contenders Cup, and instead we ended up with people not showing up, people not able to show up, and matches getting completely changed on the fly. So my whole card went out the window. Everything I was prepared for went out the window as soon as Cliff started reading off the results. His exact words were to me, "Do not react to this just yet. Just write down the results so we know who won and who lost." And as I'm doing them, I'm hearing names that I didn't hear last week when we did the predictions for this card. So I am not wanting to do a GCW card ever again. Just because I don't trust that it's going to be... I don't trust that it's going to be the same card. I'm not losing points because of it.
It's fucking indie wrestling. What else do you expect?
People to follow through with what the hell they said they're going to do.
You don't think this ever happened in that shitty little company called WCPW?
Hey, whoa. Watch it. WCPW gave us Walter versus Will Ospreay for the first time ever. Shut your mouth.
I will never defend WCW. WCPW. I will defend WCW. I will defend WCW. I will not defend WCPW. I was never a big fan. I just never was.
It was a hit or miss show, honestly. There was some aspects to it that I didn't even like, but what you gonna do?
It never really grabbed me. I feel like the only real like indie show like that grabbed me, and I was like, oh shit, was when NWA first came back. When that came out, and they were shooting power and all that. And you had that kick-ass intro. You had Nick Aldis and all that. I was like, this shit's fucking good. I'm like, this is good. This is throwback. This is studio wrestling. Like, they're doing they have the fucking announcers. They're doing interviews. They're having matches. Everything in the single studio. Like, this is kick-ass. And then it tanked hard.
MLW is making a slight comeback.
MLW there for a while was doing pretty good. Back when they had a Johnny MLW.
That man's name changes way too much.
Well, now he's Johnny TV.
Johnny Elite, baby.
I say they change his name to Johnny Collision. And they have him on Collision.
See, that's probably the best
Johnny
name
Rampage
he's been given in a
have
while.
Him on Rampage.
Either one of those.
That's just my humble
Johnny
opinion.
Elite. It could be Johnny Dynamite.
Speaking of Johnny, where the hell was Gargano? They were in Cleveland.
I don't know. I was pissed. I was so pissed when he never showed up.
You got Ciampa with no Gargano?
He has been wrestling. I do know. He has been wrestling injured. He was in Cleveland, but he was wrestling injured. I think he got injured during the Royal Rumble. He was wrestling injured for a while. The whole group, besides Dexter Lumis and Candice LeRae, are kind of on the shelf. I did watch back Indy Hartwell's title match. She did actually straight up, her ankle went sideways. So her injury was a legit injury. Johnny should be coming back either next week or the week after. I do not have an update on Indy Hartwell, though. I know you love yourself some Indy Hartwell, but I do not know when she'll be back. It may be a month still. It may be a little bit longer.
Well, thank you for the monthly way check-in. I appreciate it. How's Austin Theory doing? You got any personal updates on Austin Theory?
He hasn't been on SmackDown.
Yeah, he has.
Has he?
Yes.
I haven't seen him. Anytime I've tuned in, I've not seen him. Then again, all of his shit is
also
sucked,
Speaking of SmackDown, Ronda and
Ronda
and Shayna won the women's tag titles tonight.
Buried a really good women's tag team.
Unifying.
Yippee! Hooray! So excited for that. Liv Morgan is back. I thought she was going to be gone for like months.
Agreed.
Hey, if it gets Raquel a fucking title around her waist, I don't care.
I would rather see a women's championship around her waist, but...
Well, so would I, but... And it looked like they teased that match between Raquel and Rhea. Honestly, that wouldn't be a terrible
that would be good.
SummerSlam match.
That would be really good.
I got a feeling they're going to do Charlotte Rhea at SummerSlam, which is unfortunate. But you know, Fastlane in October and Indianapolis, October 7th, that's not a terrible date to have Raquel and Rhea face off. Just saying.
You gonna finish off yours?
Nothing else.
I thought you were gonna make a peg joke or something. We haven't had one of those in a couple episodes.
We talked about that a few days ago. Me and Eli did. We were like, man, it's been a while since we talked about Rhea pegging me. That was like one of the staple jokes of this podcast.
It was,
and we kind of strayed away from it.
Like,
well,
if
like,
those
I think I told you
who've been watching since before we had the videos. The very first time we ever recorded one,
first episode,
she was sitting beside me and just listening to us. And like, you know, the last 20 minutes is nothing but peg jokes. And so now every time I go to record this thing, she asks me if it's my turn to slip in the joke or not.
Well, you've been doing a terrible job of it.
That's because it's been on Eli. He hasn't been
when me and
doing his part.
You talked about it. I think it was a couple days ago. As I pointed out, a lot of the stuff with Rhea Ripley has been strictly just Judgment Day, and there's been most of her stuff has been overshadowed with Finn Balor or Dominic or Damian Priest, and Rhea Ripley hasn't come to mind in a while, so I haven't thought about any pegging jokes. It just hasn't.
That sounds like your fault for not thinking of mommy.
Rhea Ripley comes to mind for me quite often.
I'm not making the joke.
I also could have said something very terrible there. Very, very terrible there.
We might have had the same thought there.
I am glad I did not say that. Because I gotta tell you, the filter from here to here is very, very thin.
You almost would have had to actually put some editing in. Oh my god.
I would have had to throw up a little fucking different technical errors thing or some shit, or just giant long beep. Speaking of which, let me know how you guys feel about the layout, new overlay. That was made by yours truly. I know it's not perfect. There are things I'm going to touch up on, but I am fully open to ideas or concepts or whatever it may be. So make sure you leave those in the poll down below if you want to voice your opinions, or just fucking talk to us, please. Give us some interaction for the love of God.
I think there might be some poker chips up there somewhere.
Right above me, maybe a little over here, it should say Ace and Old Podcast, and then over here there's some poker chips. And right here is my name, and down here are my socials, and then this goober over here, and then that goober over there. Their socials are both right there. Their names are right there.
It's more than likely Cliff over here, and then me over here.
And then right below me is our logo. You know, I thought it came together pretty well, but you never know. I'm kind of on my demon shit this episode. I'm yelling at the fans. Call me. I put the scarf on. I'm true fucking MJF. I'm gonna start calling people fat, disgusting pores if they keep it up. But enough banter. Let's finally get in to the predictions for Money in the Bank this coming Saturday.
Because this will be long and hard.
Yeah.
I was about to say long and hard. Coming this Saturday. You know, a lot of things are going through. A lot of things are coming in my head right now. And I am trying really hard to keep the filter from here to here very, very much so intact. So, oh my god, it's so difficult. Anyway, Cody versus Dominic Mysterio with Rhea Ripley, mommy. Yeah. I'll go ahead and go first because it looks like Eli is done for. I got Cody here. Cody needs a win desperately. So I got Cody beating Dominic. And you two can figure out who goes next.
Go ahead, Eli.
I got Cody, man. If Dominic beats him here, Cody can't ever fight for the world championship at this point.
But just imagine if Brock gets in and interferes.
If Brock causes Dominic to win, I'm going to stop watching.
Well, it's a good I didn't pick that either. I got
Brock
Cody.
And Cody rivalry, but my God, if that's how this match ends, it best be leading to a triple threat with Cody, Seth, and Brock Lesnar. That is the only way I accept that.
And I think it is leading to that. I think in the end that is what we'll get. After that, on my list, I've got Seth freaking Rollins versus Finn Balor for the World Heavyweight Championship.
I forgot that.
I think this is going to be a terrific fucking match. But I think Seth, it's too early to take the belt off Seth. It just is. As much as I'd like to see Finn have a title around his waist, and I don't think it's too terribly long, and it's in the near future. He gets some title, whether that's the Intercontinental, the US, whatever it might fucking be. They're going to put a title on him in some way. They could be the fucking tag belts. Who knows? He's going to get a title on him some way in the near future, but it's not going to be Saturday. It is going to be Seth Rollins coming out on top.
See, I have Seth, and I'm just going to say my answer because this one I'm intrigued to know what Cliff says. Straight up.
I hate this because I fully believe Money in the Bank is going to be what leads to the ultimate end of the Judgment Day. Because I'm taking Seth. And it's just, there's too much backstage shit going on. The implosion for Judgment Day is going to come sooner rather than later.
It was hinted to on, I think, Raw. Rhea Ripley asked Finn Balor and Damian Priest if they were on the same page. And Finn Balor kind of just shrugged it off. Damian Priest didn't say anything at all. So it definitely has been hinted to. That's why I wanted to hear what you had to say for sure on this match.
I've seen the signs, and I could see Priest costing Finn, and that's what they do at SummerSlam. And what side will Rhea and Dom choose and shit like that?
They won't choose any. They'll fuck off to SmackDown.
Yes, they will.
From the dissolution of one faction to another, the Bloodline Civil War match. The Usos versus Roman Reigns, your WWE Undisputed World Heavyweight Universal Champion, I believe.
Yes.
Sure. He's still going to carry around 3 belts, which I think is hilarious.
Yeah.
They're going to have Paul Heyman still carry the belts. Anyway, what I don't think is going to be hilarious is when Roman Reigns loses on Saturday, because I got the Usos.
I have the Usos as well. I just can't see them doing this dissolution and then not giving the Usos the just dues on at least one immediate win. Now, if they fight again at the next pay-per-view, I will not take the Usos winning against Roman Reigns. I would say Roman probably. I would like to see Jay pinning Roman in this match.
See,
I don't think it will happen, but I'd like to see that.
Roman is not getting pinned.
No, he's
That's
not.
the thing. I think something or someone is going to interfere, and it's going to cost Roman and Solo, whether that be fucking Cody Rhodes or fucking Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens or whoever it might be. This isn't. This is a Roman Reigns match. There's going to be a ref bump. Someone's going to interfere, and that's how the match is going to go. Someone's going to have Roman beat, and then oh my god, a ref bump! Oh, and then someone's going to come out, and it is a Roman Reigns match in 2023. All of them are the same. You've seen one, you've seen them all. It's going to be that. The question better is who? We talking The Rock? Are we talking that other LA Knight's not gonna interfere in Roman Reigns' match?
Dude, hear me out.
Yeah.
If he's got the money in the bank from winning it earlier in the night, anytime, any place.
Let's be honest. It's gonna be Ryback.
Oh, Ryback's gonna come out.
Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. Get off.
You also think Ryback's gonna be that third
first
partner?
Collision champion?
No, it's that third partner.
Oh, for Darby and
Yeah.
Sting.
I swear to God.
Have they announced that yet?
No.
Nope.
I think it's gonna be Juicy.
No, people are saying Goldberg.
I honestly hope
else.
it's
People are
Naito.
saying it's Goldberg.
I hope it's not.
Bro, Goldberg versus Chris Jericho in
Special
2023
guest ref Bret Hart.
on TNT. What the fuck?
Goldberg and Sting and Darby Allin versus Chris Jericho
Suzuki.
on TNT in 2023.
Oh my god, time is a circle.
I don't
Anyway,
like it.
the better question there is, it's not if it'll happen, it will happen. The better question is who. Who will it be? So we'll have to see. Cliff, you never gave your pick.
No, I'm taking the Usos.
A real daring pick so far, I gotta tell you. We're gonna have like a 40-minute show.
Simple card.
I mean, it is. The women's Money in the Bank, which is up next, is the one I'm having trouble with, and I think we all will be separate.
Yep.
So, in this match,
from the beginning,
you've got Zelina Vega versus Becky Lynch versus Zoe Stark versus Bayley, Io Sky, and Trish Stratus. Eli, since you're the one that's got something cooking in the kitchen, fucking lay it on us.
I think we all have the same men's pick. That's no secret. And we've talked about it since I think I sent it to you guys when Money in the Bank started getting really heavily pushed. I got Io Sky getting picked. I can't see her.
That is not who you said. That is not who you said.
It is either Zelina.
You said Trish Stratus. You said Trish Stratus was winning the fucking Money in the Bank.
I said that.
I am not letting you go by on that. You said Trish Stratus was going to win.
Backstab Zoe. I said she will backstab Zoe. She will cost Becky.
You said Trish Stratus was going to win, and I told you were dumb.
I was off my rocker if I said that.
You always are.
Yeah.
I gotta agree with the champ on this one. That is what you said a couple weeks ago, Eli.
If we go before,
it wasn't even a couple weeks. It was a couple days, and bro doesn't even remember it.
Dude, this past week has been, yeah.
So you got Io Sky.
Yeah, I got Io Sky. It's either her or Zelina is the two tough ones I really had to go for. Apparently, I had Trish Stratus on the mind at one point, but
you said Trish.
I don't remember that. I honestly do not remember that.
All right, Cliff, lay it on me.
This is difficult because I also originally had Io Sky thinking Eli was going to go with literally anything else. But I want to push this to a 5-way draw. I don't want that.
Pick Zelina.
I got to
take
a safe
option. It's a safe option.
Fuck. both of you,
Trish.
okay?
Pick Trish, bitch.
I fucking hate this. Because I was literally...
We picked the safe options.
Those are the two that I kept going back and forth between.
It's the safest option.
It's either Zelina and they're running back Zelina versus Rhea, or they're going Io and they're going Io versus Asuka.
If Zelina wins it, she will win the belt off of it. I have no doubt in my mind about that one. If Io wins it, I could see her potentially winning the belt off of it as well.
Better question is this shit getting cashed in night of?
It could.
I don't know.
It historically has.
I think Alexa Bliss did it once, and I think maybe Liv Morgan.
No, the women's. The women's is Alexa historically Bliss, terrible. About like the woman who wins it just cashes it in later that night.
Well, that's the thing though, is that the women aren't on the card.
Rhea is.
I mean, yeah, Rhea's going to be there with Dom. She's going to be in a match.
She could get hit with the briefcase anytime, any place.
Hey,
it doesn't matter.
They have the fucking women's match first. They have Dom and Cody later in the show. That's all I'm saying. Both are very interesting. I think both Zelina and Io will be tremendous forces later in their careers. But they've been teasing this Io Asuka thing for a while. But Zelina had a real good showing in Puerto Rico.
Who else is in the match?
You got Zelina, Becky, Zoe Stark, Bayley, and Trish Stratus. I almost picked Bayley for the fucking hell of it.
Yeah.
So there was supposed to be a match tonight on SmackDown between Bayley and Shotzi. And if Bayley lost, she lost her spot to Shotzi. And it didn't happen. LA Knight was supposed to have a different match.
Anyway, I'm not lingering on it anymore. I'm picking Io.
Ah, you bitch.
They've been teasing that ship for months.
It's gonna be Zelina.
So I'll very say when I first read it, I was like Zelina, like I was gonna pick Zelina because I thought you were picking Trish. Cliff was gonna pick fucking Io. I was like, all right, I'm taking Zelina.
I really don't.
But you guys put me in a terrible
Trish.
fucking spot.
I really don't. This past week,
moving on to the men's Money in the Bank.
Let me talk to you.
Let me talk to you. You got a tremendous cast of fucking wannabe megastars. You got Ricochet, you got Shinsuke, you got Santos Escobar, you got Butch, you got Damian Priest, you got Logan Paul, and then you got the one, the only true megastar, LA Knight. Yeah. So, it's just a fact of life at this point. They've already put the cogs in motion. They know what they got on their hands. They got a true megastar in LA Knight. Just like this podcast has a true megastar in the forever champ, Austin BPG. Yeah. So, it's no question who's coming down with that briefcase. I also had to stop. That filter stopped me from saying something very, very, very bad, including Rhea Ripley. Yeah. So,
oh my god,
it is no question of who is getting the briefcase. It is a question of how fast is he going to get the briefcase. How dominant is he going to be? Give me
how dominant
the true
is Rhea going to be?
LA Knight. Yeah. And that's just a fact of life.
Is what Austin says. I think we all know who everybody's picking here. I don't think it's really... Unless Cliff's going to pick somebody else. Cliff, please pick Logan Paul. Do it. Be different. Be different, Cliff.
Yeah, go ahead and throw away your card, Cliff.
No, I'm good.
You're gonna get Zelina.
As much as I want to take, that piece of shit, I'm gonna take the true megastar.
You don't want to hang in the woods with Logan Paul?
Yeah. I mean, you could always take him, Eli.
I'd rather not do that with Logan Paul.
Make up for your Trish Stratus pick.
Dude, look, this week has been hell on earth. I don't remember saying that.
Well, you did, and I'm never letting you live that down. Especially if she actually does somehow win.
She freaking wins. I picked LA
Well, if she
Knight.
wins, we all tie.
I want to avoid this.
And once again, just as clarification, my title is not on the line. I am simply going for the ace in the bank. So my title is still safe around my waist up here in the great Middletown, America. So, looking back on the picks we got here, Cody versus Dominic Mysterio, all of us picked Cody Rhodes. Seth versus Finn Balor, all of us picked Seth freaking Rollins. The Bloodline Civil War match, the Usos versus Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa, we all picked the Usos. Men's Money in the Bank match, we all picked the one true megastar, LA Knight, yeah. And then for the women's Money in the Bank, that is the only one we differed on. Cliff picked Zelina Vega, and Eli and myself picked Io Sky. So there is possibility for a tie. And in that case,
wait, so inevitably when Io wins and you two tie, is it trivia that I can come up with?
Yes.
We will cross that bridge once we get there. But once again, so since this is how it's split up, we can only have a two-way tie. Unless somehow something fucky goes up. So something weird. So the three-way tie for the single card predictions for all of us should be out the window. So when someone ties, or if Cliff just wins, we will get the trivia questions. Glad that's all figured out. I'm ready to have all the fucking gold. I'm ready to have the fucking belt over one shoulder and the ace in the bank in the other hand. I don't give a shit about the Contenders Cup.
Yeah, you say that now. Wait till you have to fight through it.
Either one of us could cash in and face you. Now, I could be persuaded to just hold the Contenders Cup and never have to do it. And then that screws Cliff out of ever competing.
Now,
but
Cliff was trying to bargain with me about a tie. But seeing as we can't tie now unless Io Sky or Zelina doesn't win,
which is nearly impossible.
They could put the goddamn Money in the Bank on Becky.
I was thinking Bailey, honestly.
One.
Pretty much anyone in this match besides Zoe Stark and Trish Stratus.
Yeah.
So Becky and Bailey both could win. So, I'm open to bartering. No?
I'm not.
No bartering?
I'm not playing to your ego on this one.
I'm so excited to be able to come up with trivia.
He didn't bought it.
Works with me.
So
all right,
excited.
Champ, left or right?
Oh wow, we're going right into it. Let's do it.
I'm going.
Let's go left.
Into it. Left. You picked the better one. Cliff, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Let me
We're supposed to be in this together, Eli.
I'm so sorry, Cliff. I'm so sorry.
It's not too late to change it.
Yes, it is. He has a fucking code he lives by. Left or right? That's the one code he lives by, and he's not going to go back on it.
Oh, damn, I was holding my phone upside down.
That's his moral compass.
I lost my internet went out. Hang on. My internet, I'm still on.
He says he's still on call. Alrighty, I'll start it.
Hey, you better be giving me the easier one. I picked it fair and square.
The Baltimore Sun, Feud of the Year, 2007. Best Match of the Decade, 2000s. Match of the Year, 2009. Match of the Year, 2010. CBS Sports, Worst Angle of the Year, 2018. Comeback of the Year, 2015. Feud of the Year, 1991. Feud of the Year, 2015. Match of the Year, 1998. Match of the Year, 2009. Match of the Year, 2010. Match of the Year, 2012. Ranked number 2 of the top 500 singles in 2002. Ranked number 21 of the top 500 singles in the PWI years, 2003. He is a former one-time United States Wrestling Association Unified World Heavyweight Champion, a former one-time World Class Wrestling Association Texas Heavyweight Champion. He is a former four-time WWE WWF Champion, a former three-time World Heavyweight Champion, a former one-time Hardcore Champion, a former six-time WWF World Tag Team Champion. He is a former one-time WCW Tag Team Champion. He has won a Royal Rumble. He is in the Hall of Fame class of 2022. He won the Tuwak Mountain Trophy in 2020.
Go ahead and pronounce that for me again.
I can't, dude. I can't.
No. I want to hear it.
I think it's Tuwak. I don't know, man. He won the undisputed WWF Championship No One Contenders Tournament, April 2002. He has 15 Slammy Awards. He has a bronze statue, apparently.
Oh.
Best
There's only a few of those. That's
a
bronze
gimmick.
Down there in the PC, baby.
Best gimmick, 1990-1994. Best heel, 1991. Feud of the Year, 2007. Match of the Year, 2009. Match of the Year, 2010. Worst Worked Match of the Year, 2001. Worst Match of the Year, 2018. Most Overrated, 2001.
Bro, that bronze statue gave it away.
I read that right. I don't like that I read that right.
Read it again.
Most Overrated, 2001.
Mm-hmm.
Reader's Least Favorite Wrestler, 2001. Worst Feud of the Year, 1993. Most Distinguished...
Hold on.
Most Disgusting Promotional Tactic, 2005.
I'm pretty sure I'm almost positive I know who this is. What was 2001 when he was doing the fucking Dark Ministry shit? Is that why it was so bad? It's the Undertaker. I know it's the Undertaker. I just want to know, because isn't that when he put Stephanie up on the cross and like put her up in the air?
American Badass.
That was when he was coming out to Fred Durst?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Most Overrated. I don't like that I said that. I don't like that I said that.
Most Overrated in 2001 when he was probably in the prime of his career.
Yep. I hate that.
That bronze statue gave it away.
The next thing was going to be he's been in every single wrestling game ever. WWE wrestling game ever.
Only a few.
I got it right.
It was going to be next, potentially.
It's the Undertaker.
Yeah.
The Undertaker.
I mean, he did Teddy Long last week, so it makes sense.
It does. That's correlation.
I'm so sorry, Cliff.
There, you're going one-on-one with the Undertaker. Holla,
Are you
holla.
ready, Cliff?
Sure.
Austin having a stroke on camera.
I was doing the Teddy Long fucking.
Your camera on my end lagged out for a second, so you just started like randomly moving. All right, Cliff. This man is a former one-time All Access Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion. He's a former one-time Elite Championship Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion. He is a former one-time Georgia Championship Wrestling National Television Champion. He's a one-time Georgia Championship a two-time Georgia Championship Wrestling Tag Team Champion. He's a one-time Georgia Championship Wrestling United States Junior Heavyweight Champion. He's a former one-time NWA Shockwave Cruiser X Champion. He's a former four-time NWA World Tag Team Champion. He won the 2004 TNA World Cup X. He has won 2 TNA Year-End Awards. He's a former one-time NWA Wildside Junior Heavyweight Champion. He's a former one-time NWA Alabama Tag Team Champion. Pro Wrestling Illustrated ranked him number 108 of the top 500 singles wrestlers in 2003. This is the same list that Undertaker was on. He's a former one-time United States of America Extreme Wrestling Extreme Champion. This one got me. He's a former one-time WCW Cruiserweight Champion. A one-time WCW Cruiserweight Tag Team Champion. He won the 2001 WCW Cruiserweight Tag Team Championship Tournament. I never knew who wrestled for WCW.
Is that it?
That's it.
That's
Great.
tough.
Great.
Sucks to suck, I guess.
I'm definitely gonna need a hint.
The NWA World Tag Team Championship was won during NWA Total Nonstop Action. And him and 2 other partners held it using Freebird rules.
That's tough. You might have to give him a little more. Because I'm still kind of lost. Is he a TNA original?
Yes.
Like, he stuck around?
He never went to any other major promotion. Essentially. He retired in 2009. He was in WCW until 2001, obviously. He joined with the WWF, went to All Japan, and then went to TNA, and that's where he stayed.
Fucking TNA. Yeah, I'm gonna need another hint.
I will say the letter Austin was throwing up, while not for New Jack, does help with a taunt that he used to throw up a lot. His clip in a match against America's Most Wanted still is used in TNA's most memorable moments to this day, and it happened in 2004.
Okay, so it's the dude who did the Hurricane Rana off the top of the cage at Lethal Lockdown. I just don't know his name.
I'm looking at the champ here.
Obviously, it doesn't count.
To,
just because I said it, I know who it is. doesn't mean I know who it is. Like, I can name one action he did. That's not gonna give me anything. I'll imply that myself.
Okay. I was gonna give you a stipulation, but that works too.
Well, it's just I can't get it.
Can you at least give me his
It doesn't matter
nickname?
if I know what clip you're talking about. No.
I'm ready to say you're far away from the mic. That's not going to pick that up.
Can you at least give me his nickname?
Yeah, no. I don't.
He has 4
I don't
children.
know it, Eli.
Know
just because I know the clip doesn't mean I know the dude.
You know the clip.
That's one of my favorite moments of all time.
And you don't know his name.
No. Because
so it's not really one of your favorite moments of all time, then.
I like the moment.
Fake fan, for real.
I said prime time.
Damn.
His name starts with a P, doesn't it?
It was prime time. His name begins with an E.
E?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Is it Ethan? Is that his first name?
No, it's not Ethan.
E.L.
It's like Xavier or something like that.
Nope. E.L.
Eddie. E.O.?
E.L.
Oh.
Elias. Walk with Elias.
It's the other brother.
It's Elrod.
No.
E.L. Elvis?
No.
That was Jimmy Wang Yang and NWA TNA. The Flying Elvises.
Yeah, I know. He was part of the Flying Elvises.
So was Amazing Red, if I remember correctly.
What's
E-L?
the next letter, Eli? That's E.L.
E.L.I.
Elijah.
No.
This is just Eli.
Is it just Eli?
No, there's still another letter, and then there's a whole other second name.
Well, I hope he had a second name.
Is it just Ella? E-L-A?
Alright, so PewDiePie's name without the F.
Oh my God. Skipper! It's Elix Skipper! Primetime Elix Skipper!
There you go.
Oh man, I'm glad I did not get that.
Jesus Christ.
That is two completely different sides of a coin there. Undertaker and Elix Skipper.
I'm so
Jesus
sorry.
Jesus Christ.
Austin was supposed to pick right. I wasn't expecting him to pick left.
Elix Skipper, baby.
Rather than choosing right or left, I'm choosing to look back into the history, into ECW in 1994, when Sabu defeated Cactus Jack in the main event of Hostile City Showdown in Philadelphia. Also on the card, Dory and Terry Funk defeated Public Enemy, Tommy Cairo defeated the Sandman in a Kane on a pole match, and Tasmaniac pinned Pitbull 1 in a dog collar match.
I've watched that Kane on the pole match, and it falls down during the match.
Yes, it does. Because it's the most ECW production you can ever imagine.
Sounds like ECW, yeah. In 95, in a ceremony in Philly, WWE induced their second Hall of Fame class.
Inducted?
INDUCED.
Someone misspelled that.
I just read what's written.
I'm about to say they induced?
That's what it says. Their second class of the Fabulous Moolah, the Grand Wizard, Ernie Ladd, Pedro Morales, Ivan Putski, Antonio Rocca, and George the Animal Steel. So,
I always thought George the Animal Steel was fucking crazy.
Oh, yeah.
He used to, like, bite the turnbuckle and, like, tear all that shit out, and he always had that green tongue. I always say he was, like, the craziest man alive.
In 96, Harlem Heat defeated the Steiner Brothers and Lex Luger and Sting to win the WCW World Tag Team Champions.
No!
At 2001, the King of the Ring in East Rutherford, New Jersey, Edge defeated Kurt Angle in the finals of the tournament.
Really?
So Edge apparently was King of the Ring in 2001.
Yes.
Well, that's just like
guess that.
That's just like the Ass Man was King of the Ring,
Brock
and they did nothing with it. Who?
Brock Lesnar.
Was he really?
Mm-hmm.
See, I think he won it in 2003.
Because that's when they had the big trophy.
Huh.
If I do remember correctly, Brock Lesnar was King of the Ring.
On this day in 2002, former WWE champion Bret Hart suffered a stroke as a result of a blood clot caused by falling from his bicycle.
Once again, the filter.
That one was low-hanging fruit, though.
Oh, man.
American Dragon was victorious at Survival of the Fittest six-way match in the main event of ROH. What the fuck? ROH Survival of the Fittest in Philadelphia.
Are you that tired?
Yes, I am. He pinned Austin Aries, Colt Cabana, Homicide, Mark Briscoe, and Samoa Joe. In 2006, Bryan Danielson retained the ROH World Heavyweight title against Colt Cabana. In 2007, oh god. In 2007, Chris Benoit committed suicide at his home in Fayetteville, Georgia. And everything else happened on this day in 2007.
Was that really today?
Yes.
Oh my god.
I should have saved it for this week.
I was literally sitting here. I literally was sitting here thinking. I was like, I wonder when this is going to come up. Like, I wonder when the Chris Benoit thing is going to come up in today in pro wrestling history.
God,
we almost made it a whole year.
That is like an entire, like, that's like a milestone in my life. And not in a good way. We were in Florida when it happened. So, and like, I've written papers about this. I have given presentations about this. Like this is a big deal to me.
Oh yeah. It's just very ironic that at this point it has made its way.
I like, no joke. I was literally like, right before you said it, I was sitting there, I was like, I wonder when like the Chris Benoit thing is going to come up, and I'll do a little talk about it, and then sure as hell you say, in 2007.
All right, I'm going to skip over all the progress bullshit. And so, with the only thing being of note that isn't progress, Zack Sabre Jr. defeated Matt Riddle by submission on the main event of Evolve 86.
Evolve kicks ass.
It does. We have several wrestling birthdays today as Thomas Zeus Lister Jr., Madman Pondo, Adam Pearce, our favorite man, Adam, Ray Horace,
NWA champion,
Jesse Maya, Duke, Corey Havoc, Mark Hastings, and Teruki Kanemitsu.
You might be able to read if both the eyes were open.
That's the thing. My contacts shifted, so I have to try to put them back. So I'm looking out the one eye I can see out of.
Brock Lesnar won King of the Ring in 2002.
So the year after Edge.
And I think Kurt Angle won it the year after. It was back when they had the huge trophy for it.
I wish they'd make yearly that thing again.
It was supposed to be when Night of Champions was.
Oh, yeah.
That happened. Well, we scrounged.
Who knows?
Holy shit. Scrounged our way into an hour episode.
Somehow. This is a pretty bare bones episode, honestly. Is candle still? It is still up there. Good.
You want to know how we make this episode a little longer? Talking about L.A. Knight.
Can we talk about how I didn't do any of that with you guys when you guys started going on the LA Knight train, and I've started to, during the episode, raising my hand up and saying it with you.
Because you finally realized and acknowledged the megastar.
I acknowledged him as Eli Drake.
Yeah.
I loved it when he was Eli Drake.
The megastar Eli Drake. Yeah. The
Dummy.
Shoes of a champion.
Dummy.
The shoes of a champion. Did I just say shoes of a champion? Yeah.
Yeah.
When he may have had just a tad bit too much. When they put his ass on the podium for a promo. Why?
Yes, they did.
Because it was NWA and no one fucking cared. They said, They said Eli Drake, he go out there and talk, he said, yeah. Oh, man.
Somebody that should not be given a live mic. Should, but should not.
CM Punk?
That too.
Pretty much anyone in the AEW locker room?
I still appreciate the fact that he showed up on Dynamite and pointed out he wasn't supposed to be there.
Well, that's not his show.
I'm a collision guy.
I'm a collision guy. I'm not even supposed to be here. And then it cuts straight to the elite.
If they're trying to drive home that suit like that hard, like if that's another brand like Raw and SmackDown, you've got Dynamite and Collision, then I mean it makes sense.
Yeah,
they definitely have the people to do it. I think that could be really neat. You could have like you know how NXT used to have like the Worlds Collide thing? They could have that with AEW. They could have AEW, ROH, and AEW. They could have Dynamite, Collision, and ROH as like a Worlds Collide type of deal.
If they do that, they have to have Kenny Omega versus CM Punk.
That's never going to happen. Ever.
Money can make people talk.
Yeah, obviously didn't make Kenta talk.
Yeah, well, Kenta's Kenta.
It obviously didn't make CM Punk talk. CM Punk was the one that turned down the match with Kenta.
I thought it was Kenta.
No.
No,
Kenta was fine with it.
More than to finally get in the ring with him and have a GTS off between the two of them. Yeah, that's all he wants.
CM Punk said, no.
I think Kenta's going to load up his boot before he does it, though, and that GTS might be a little extra there.
Solid.
He might go down, and he might have to be stretchered out. I don't think it'll be a nice, solid, nice, soft little. I think it's going to be a hard.
So,
knock
what
to the noggin.
Was that Athena match added to Forbidden Door or no?
Yes.
Because like on all the people's cards,
the Willow Athena match.
Yes.
No,
you want to know why they added that?
It's not Willow versus Athena.
I thought it was Willow.
Willow
is
facing Tony
Jamie Hayter, or Tony for the title.
It's Athena versus someone else.
And
it's involving no one from it.
Billy Starks, I think.
Billy Starks. Yeah. And it's involving no one from New Japan. Because I sent that to the group and I was like, why the fuck is this match on the Forbidden Door card?
Who's the NJPW Women's Champion right now? Is it Willow?
Willow. No. Mayu Iwatani is the IWGP Women's Champion, and the Women's Strong Champion is Willow. But Mayu Iwatani is currently in a Stardom rivalry.
That's why I'm confused as to why Athena versus Billy Starks is going to be on Forbidden Door.
I don't know.
Because one, I don't want to see Athena fucking wrestle at all. And two, neither of them belong to New Japan. Tell me when I'm telling lies.
You're not. I think Athena needs to retire. Billy Starks, I hope, wins. That may be a little mean, but Billy Starks is a really good wrestler.
Yeah.
I don't think her versus Athena needed to happen. Give her a bye, just slide her in, she'll be fine. no one's going to complain
about it.
See, and
the thing too is, I used to really like
Ember.
Yeah, Ember Moon, when she was back in NXT, I really liked her. And she came up to the main roster, and I didn't like her as much. I still liked her, I just didn't like her as much. And then she left, and then she came back, and now I just don't like her at all.
She left WWE in her words because the female wrestlers were being over-sexualized. And then she comes into AEW with BDSM fairy gear at one point. She had what I can only describe as Paige when she debuted, the choker, I want to say bralette combo of it doesn't
My thing
cover
is,
anything here,
you're gonna
and it just comes into the choker.
You're going to say that the women in WWE are over-sexualized in today's day and age?
Mandy Sachs got fired for posting nudes that she didn't think were going to get leaked out.
Man, I'm not talking about all that again. I'm just saying that is a very bold comment.
What happened? That's what she said. It is. A lot of people have argued that statement against her. That's not the case of what happened, but nothing has ever fully come out on why, other than she sucks ass in the wrestling ring. She is one of the only people I know that continuously watches their finishing maneuver, besides Zoe Stark and Mercedes Moné, who is finally able to hit it slightly.
Yeah.
You sound like Rhea's behind you.
Yeah. I've been waiting for you two to get your into show gimmicks. That way we can just wrap this up and send it home, because Cliff looks like he's about to fall asleep.
Like a good old Stan
No,
Hansen
I just can't get
lariat.
over the fact that Eli just couldn't say the word harness. He had to go and my god, poor Shelton thing. Maybe in the year of 2024 we'll get you out and you can come down and we'll go to Exotica. We'll take you to Exotica.
Oh my god.
And we'll get Eli used to, he's shaking his head, he doesn't even know what it is. Austin, you've been around down here, you've seen the signs.
I grew up with Chad. I don't need to go in anywhere. I already know.
Yep.
Go to the fucking Brass Flamingo over there by Indianapolis.
God, no.
Go to the Red Garter. Oh, man.
This will be an after podcast conversation.
This is 2024. We're gonna get Eli. Gonna get Eli learned. Get him learned with me as the champion. I'm gonna use my champion influence to make sure.
Eli, we're gonna get you learned. We're gonna get you turned, baby.
This is gonna be a conversation for after the podcast. I don't feel comfortable.
Well, if that's the case,
with all of Austin's comments apparently today too.
Well, if that's the case, make sure you love yourselves, love each other, and if you ever feel uncomfortable, always remember we've got you covered, because we're your ace in the hole. Catch you on down the road.
Yeah.
Yeah.